But going into talking about whose trauma is bigger than others, Akon. He did an interview with Vlad TV, and again, I stopped watching Vlad.
I don't call him Akon. I call him Akon. But go ahead. Yeah, continue.
Okay.
I'm gonna be here all week. I got a million of them. No.
But so I stopped watching Vlad interviews. So I just saw the headline of it, and I saw people going crazy. So then I said, for the sake of the show, let me see.
Of course.
He said. So in the nutshell, what he said was because I guess Vlad and him were discussing the slave ports in Senegal. And he said he went to go see it and it was crazy, boom, boom. And then he asked Akon, do Senegalese people still think about slavery? And he goes, not really. We kind of got past it. The thing is, like, African Americans, they still think about it and still kind of holds them back. They kind of use it as a crutch. And you have to, what people kind of missed here, he said you kind of have to see your value, because if you're waiting for reparations, they gave reparations to everybody else. They did not give reparations to you guys, so they would have did it already. So you have to kind of, use that as a way to basically pull up your bootstraps type of talk.
And go to work.
So here's the thing, how I feel about that. The wrong person to give that, because I felt like he was speaking from a privileged situation. He knows where his people are from. He knows his true name, his lineage, all that stuff. He has a direct line to it.
Right.
But on the other hand, I do understand the falling back on the slavery as a victim mentality thing.
Yes.
Because it can get exhausting if you're always leaning on slavery, always thinking about what these people did instead of our extensive history prior to, and as you've noticed on this show, I've said it 1,000 times, and people got offended by it. I wasn't saying you need to erase your history. I'm simply saying your history is far greater than that. And when you are dealing with things in the past, you're dealing with trauma that only perpetuates itself in your future. If you continue to relive a rape, if you continue to relive traumatic things that have happened to you, then you are not presently in the moment to take full advantage of what this world has to offer. That's just 101. You know what I mean? When you begin to understand the mind exercises needed to move forward. White people don't speak about the time they were in the caves, that they were on all fours and knuckle dragging. Didn't know how to use soap.
And didn't know how to use soap and sleeping with dogs. And your rites of passage at 18 was to sleep with your mother. That's where the term motherfucker comes from. Okay? And all of these things, they don't speak about eating raw meat and just being savages. Whenever white people speak, they speak about what they conquered. And that's what they teach their children. You are privileged. So I'm not saying we are supposed to teach our children about us being privileged, but we have a long, extensive history of mathematics, science, astrology, numerology, things we've built, the architectures all around. We don't even have to go back that far. Just go to the Moors. And what they did. Just stop right there. Go with the Moorish history and what we did to educate, teach people how to be civilized and upright. Right? That's all I'm saying. And what it does for the esteem. Now, you should always remember, but that shit should always just be a footnote. Yeah, and by the way, there was a time when we dealt with slavery, but now we are moving on. That's psychology 101. So I don't have any problems with what Akon has said, but I understand in jest how other people could take that the wrong way.
It could be taken the wrong way from him because he's just sitting back like, yo, basically kind of get over it.
Right, because he didn't go through the trials and tribulations.
Right, his family.
He was on the other side.
All
right, see y'all niggas later. Right. We sold y'all niggas.
Right.
But good luck. We hope y'all make y'all way back for those who did. You know what I'm saying? And let's not get into that because I've never believed that all of us came over here on ships that they can't find. Just to keep it a buck. And I do believe that the landmass and we were the Moors and travelers. And sure, perhaps a portion of people came over here who were beaten, raped, tortured. So we're not going to deny that either. But let's not act like all of us were slaves. You know what I'm saying? That too is doing yourself a disservice. So we have a long history that needs to be unpeeled in layers. But until we do, we need to all join together. You know what I mean? And fight against oppression as it is currently laid out, or we all gonna lose.
Well, yeah. Because again, because I'm already seeing like, you know, Africans sold us. I get it. I totally get it.
But you got to understand this too, and that's not to defend Africans. Slavery is nothing new. They probably thought, well, we have slavery here, but it's not chattel slavery, so we assuming Paleface is probably going to do the same thing, or the Arabs or whoever were involved. And then when we got here on this soil, and we were that far away from home, the ones who were, you know, were subjected to some things that shouldn't even be spoke of again, right? So, you know, that's not to make an excuse. That's so that our people get abreast of their history. Slavery didn't start with us coming here in 1619 or whatever. Slavery been going on. Yeah. But you could work your way out of it. There were, you know, certain moral codes. You kept your family together. It was a different animal than chattel slavery, which we had never experienced before. All right? So let's kind of keep that, you know, clear.
Thank you for the donations, everybody.
Yeah, we appreciate these donations.
Somebody said, Carrie said, Akon, Nick Cannon, same thing. Men who aren't willing to subvert white currency for black empowerment. Okay, so that's another thing. All right, so the thing with Akon is he's been talking like really, really big lately about just financial freedom and things like that. But then his new city that's gonna be like actual Wakanda and stuff like that, but that was a loan from China. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
China owns that. You don't own that.
You don't own that. China owns that. You are the front man. You are the goyim that is being used, the talisman that's being used to perform the magic needed for that particular.
And
region.
then let's even get into it. He keeps talking about black people just need to go back to Africa. If you know, we just need to go back to Africa. You're not going to tell us to go from one burning ship to the next burning ship because how corrupt all those countries in Africa are.
Oh, and they all under white supremacy, and Jesus is ruling those regions. So let's not act like
let's not like really like get into it. You know what I'm saying? It's a mess everywhere. So I just thought, like I said, the message I got. You know what I'm saying? If I'm taking my emotion out of it, I'm taking the headline, you know, sensationalism out of it. I got, because I do agree with the sense that our history doesn't start there, so we shouldn't act like that is our entire reason for being.
Right. Because when we do that, and this is the last point I'll make on that, when we do that, we position ourselves as victims. As long as we're victims, we have our hands out, and we need people to do things for us. That whole democratic process is about handouts, right? So, and it falls in line with victimhood.
Right.
So we have to move past victimhood at some point as a collective so that we can go get our own. Then it won't be a matter of us asking for reparations. We can demand reparations. Cut that effing check right now. We're not playing no more. And until we move in that position, we always going to have our hand out, and we expect, we keep opening up door number D for Democrat. And it's always snakes behind that door.
We act surprised.
And then we go, damn, there's snakes in there.
Next 4 years.
It ain't going to be no snakes in that door in 4 years. And then you open the door and there's more snakes in there.
Yeah.
So you get what you deserve.
Yeah.
You know.